up, everyone? The Mac Attack here. I just got back from the movie theater watching A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, you know that this stars, of course, this movie stars the original cast of the first film, except one of the characters doesn't really have a big role in the sequel. And I'm not going to really tell you what happens because, again, spoiler warning. And if I were to tell you spoilers from the first film, then a lot of people would be going off on my ass. So, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But everyone should probably already know what I meant of one of the characters not having the main role in the second film. But, this is one of the films that has been delayed so many times because of the pandemic. And this film continues after the events of the end of the first film, which leaves the family continuing their journey throughout the world, surviving from the monsters and staying as quiet as possible. They soon run into a survivor who agrees to help them, as he dealt with a very terrible time during the events of the attack with the monsters. One thing I loved about this film is it went right away explaining how this thing began, how the whole monsters attacking thing, how it began. It went directly to explaining to that, and I loved that aspect. That aspect was so crazy. It was amazing. Like, throughout the beginning of the movie, I had fucking chills. Like, I had so much chills in the beginning because it was crazy and it was suspenseful. And like the atmosphere was like, and the whole tone of feel from that beginning was so creepy. And that's a good thing about horror films. Horror films is supposed to have that to where you feel chills and feel like, oh my god, this is the scariest thing ever. But this film originally was supposed to come out on the month of my birthday in 2020. But then again, we had the pandemic, which is still a thing right now. But then again, as I've been hearing so far, the pandemic hasn't been a big problem for right now. There has been, as long as vaccinations are helping, then that's good. But in all accounts, businesses are opening up once again, and movie theaters are opening up once again. And that is why this time, A Quiet Place Part 2 finally gets its day to be in theaters, and finally everyone gets a chance to go see it. The film released yesterday, and you already know that this movie had so many delays. And the fact that the film is finally seeing the light of day of being in theaters, I am so happy that I went to see it. Because, oh my god, it was good. It was just as good as I thought it was going to be. I had so much fun with this movie. I had so much fun. Like, I never expected to have so much fun in a horror film. And normally, when I go see a horror film, I don't feel like I have so much fun, but I still enjoy it. And honestly, that doesn't mean I hate the movies that I've seen that I didn't really have the best fun with. I still enjoyed them. I just have my weird way of showing, of having fun during a movie theater. I just have a weird way of that. But A Quiet Place Part 2 was nuts. It was crazy. like the twists and turns. And some of the twists that happen are insane. And once again, John Krasinski, the director and actor of the film, once again knows how to make a movie super suspenseful. He knows what the fuck he's doing with these films. He knows what the hell he's doing with these movies, and I respect that completely. He did such a phenomenal job with this movie. Once again, he's done a phenomenal job at making A Quiet Place a super spooky feeling movie. So what I'm telling you here is, if you enjoy the first Quiet Place, and if you've been longing to see A Quiet Place Part 2, I tell you, the wait was worth it. Even though I'd prefer that the film came out on the month of my birthday last year, I feel like it still didn't need to get delayed so many times that it did. Because the film was already well developed. That it was fine for people to see it right away, but then again, you gotta keep in check and be sure everything is right in the film. So I am okay with seeing the film right now in a long, long wait. So I'm telling you, if you hated waiting for this movie, and if you still want to see it, now's your chance. It's in theaters right now, as it just released in theaters yesterday. Or if you don't want to watch it in theaters and want to watch it at home, I read that this movie will be on Paramount Plus sometime this July. Which again, yeah, it's kind of a long wait for it to go on digital. But if you wanted to watch this long-awaited sequel all this time, I promise you, the wait was worth it. This movie was not disappointing. This movie, this sequel, exceeded my expectations of being good. Just as good as the first film. The first film was good. And the second film was good. So what do I have to say about A Quiet Place Part 2? I will give A Quiet Place Part 2 an A+. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like my movie review for A Quiet Place Part 2, then don't forget to leave a like and comment down and subscribe to catch up on more videos in my channel in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in my movie review for Disney's Cruella. The Mac Attack, out.